seat. Moving on to roll call.
All right. Ron Knuff.
Present.
Kenny Hall.
Present.
Bonnie Almond.
Here.
Trevor Stone.
Here.
Ronald Glassick.
Here.
Judy Haldeman.
Here.
Jason Donahue.
Here.
Julia Kutzler.
Here.
Mayor Tony Pristash.
Present.
And Mason Smallman.
Present.
Thank you. Moving on to hearing a person's present. Step up to the microphone. State your name for the record.
Good evening, I'm Christy Valadares, representing the Cindy Miles
Can you
Adaptive.
talk closer to the microphone,
Sure,
please?
is that better?
Yes, please.
Yes, Christy Valadares, representing the Cindy Miles Adaptive Fund. I just wanted to give everybody an update on what's going on with the playground and fundraising. So we have $22,000 in grants coming in by the end of the year, and that will put us at $115,000 out of our $850,000 goal. We want to thank the council for inviting us to the tree lighting ceremony. I was not able to come myself, but other representatives were there, and they said it was a really nice time, and it's another great way to get involved with the community. So thank you. My list. We do continue to solicit sponsors locally, so if anybody has anybody in mind and they would like to put them in touch with me, please do so. Also, we have an online store that we just opened up, so if anybody would like any apparel with the fund's logo on it, that is available. And also, we're very excited that we just started our Buy a Brick program, so that is on our website, cindymilesfund.org, and we hope, again, that's another great way to get the community involved. So that is going to be, again, on cindymilesfund.org. So if there's any questions, I can take them, but I actually can't stay tonight for the meeting, but just Merry Christmas to everybody and Happy New Year if I don't see anybody beforehand. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your focus.
Anyone else? Okay, we're going to move on to consider request to advertise the proposed budget. But before we start there, I'm going to say some things this evening that concern me, and I just want to address council with this because I believe that we have one of the best organizations here. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank our Borough Manager, Brian Wasco, Assistant Borough Manager, Jerry Sorrenzis, for preparing this 2025 budget. This has been a tedious task with all the various departments struggling to make the ends meet. Mr. Wasco has done an awesome job in preparing the budget with the assistance of all the department supervisors. He included everyone when preparing his budget. The fire chief, the police chief, he did his best to keep our taxes low. They each took cuts, each department took cuts to manage this 1.5 mil tax raise to the borough residents. How Mr. Welsco kept this tax increase as low as it is lets us know that he cares about the borough. With what I understand, I have went for a 2 mil increase. For many years, we've not had an increase, and all of the departments have had to put on hold many of their needed projects. Our biggest increase for the year will be the $90,000 increase in our electric fees. This is equal to 1 mil. Our road crew is just getting up to full complement. However, they've had to put off ordering a new street sweeper for 2025. And needless to say, other line items. The office staff will be billing and mailing out the garbage bills shortly. This is added duties to the staff in the front office, but is a cost-saving program to the borough. They have 4,100 or more garbage bills that they're going to be sending out. Our code department will be billing and mailing out the garbage, will be sending out registration renewals for our ordinance 1207 the rental inspection requirements. Our landlords in the borough have reached almost 100% compliance rate. Code is doing an exceptional job. We're fortunate to have 2 excellent code officers. They're making our borough as clean as possible, following the law when people think things should just happen overnight. There's a turnover in the various municipalities with code, and our code department employees are exceptional. Thank you, code. Our police department is second to none in the Lehigh Valley. As many of you know, there are many municipalities that are falling behind and cannot afford their police departments. Chief Kadingo works tirelessly as chief, turns around and does most of all of the computer issues for the police department, installing and fixing items before the IT people are ever called. The morale within the police department is high, and that's thanks to awesome leadership. Our police department has many high-profile incidents, but they're not made public. For your professionalism to our police department, this council is grateful. Our fire department is working like a well-oiled machine. Their leadership is fantastic. Our firemen and fire police have been asking for more volunteers. They continuously train so that they are better. But as a community, I would ask, are we failing them when they only have 5 dedicated fire police? All of these folks give with their heart and their passion. Our sewer department is managing, but has a lot of issues that will have to be resolved. There, once again, their leadership, fantastic job. We have dedicated council committee that tries to stay up on their needs, and that MS4 project has not gone away. The rec center. Thanks to Jason Kramus and his crew, we have a rec center that is affordable, clean, and available. We will probably have to make some changes in the coming year, but my confidence in Jason and the crew will make all things work out. I think of our custodian. If she does not do a good job, no one's happy. Spilled coffee, dirty rooms, makes everybody unhappy. She does a good job. So with all of that said, I'm sure that I probably left someone out. It's not intentional. It is good to see all of our departments coming together as a team, and no one in the borough flies solo. And the office staff holds us together. I believe that this 2025 budget has been cut as much as possible, and that's thanks to Mr. Welsko. So we'll move on with this. Consider the request to advertise the proposed 2025 budget.
With the new proposed budget, we are required to advertise it to the public, which would go out next Thursday.
Do we have a motion to advertise this budget?
Make that motion.
Motion made by Mr. Hall?
Yep.
Yes.
Do I have a second?
Second.
By Ms. Almond? Any questions?
Question. I know, Brian, you had some personal things, but we're gonna have a review.
Yep.
A review letter to give us an overview, because I only received it yesterday. And
Yep.
didn't give us a lot of time to look through it, so.
Yep.
Like the overview, and then maybe set up a
Yep.
meeting with both you and
Yep,
Gary.
I would like that.
I'd appreciate that,
Yep.
thank you. It's the only question.
Thank you. Any other questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Consider request to advertise a 2025 tax increase.
As with the advertising of the proposed budget, we must also advertise the proposed tax increase. The proposed property tax increase will be 1.5 mils.
Do I have a motion to approve the 1.5 mil?
It would just be the advertisement. It's not the
Oh, okay, with the I'm sorry,
Make a motion to advertise.
advertise.
Second.
Motion by Glassick, second by Mr. Stone.
Yes.
Questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Okay, number 7, consider preliminary review of the 2025 budget.
As we do every year, the first step, after weeks of work, is to do a preliminary review of the 2025 budget for this year. Like we said before, I am requesting and feel that it's necessary for 1.5 mil tax increase.
What is the opinion of council?
Motion to consider preliminary review of 2025 budget.
Thank you, Mr. Stone. Do I have a second?
Second.
By Ms. Haldeman. All those in favor?
Aye.
Questions?
I'm
Questions?
sorry, question? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Consider the recommendation of the Planning Commission.
The Planning Commission recommends preliminary and final approval for the conversion of the former Northampton Brewery into apartments located at 1249 Newport Avenue. This is based on several conditions which will be met by the applicant.
What is the opinion of council? Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Motion to approve of Ms. Haldeman. Do I have a second?
Second.
By Mr. Stone. Questions?
Question.
Go
Mr. Knopf brought this up, and I didn't see it in here. This is not considered historic area, is it? Historic building or anything like that? Okay, thank you.
No.
There you go.
Any other questions?
No.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Are you opposed?
Opposed.
Opposed? Anybody else opposed? All those in favor say aye. We got it. Okay, motion passed. Consider, did they have anything they wanted to bring?
If there was questions for them, they could have answered, that's probably me.
Okay. All right, consider reappointment to the zoning hearing board.
Jerome Kroboth has submitted a letter stating his desire to continue to serve on the zoning hearing board. This will be a 3-year term.
Do we have a motion to reappoint Mr. Kroboth?
Make a motion.
Motion made by Mr. Knopf. Second
Second.
by Mr. Donahue. Questions?
He's being reappointed, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Moving on to reports from committees. Administration and Finance. Mr. Hall.
Thank you. I'm gonna make this real quick because we just got toned out for a an accident. We received a donation of $150 from Monoquessy Lodge, number 413, for the Atlas Museum. There were a total of 194 live stream views from November 21 council meeting. End of report.
Thank you.
And may I be excused?
No, you have to sit. Oops. Building, Land, and Recreation, Ms. Haldeman.
Thank you. The tree lighting was a huge success. Thank you to the Pennsylvania Classical Ballet Academy and Good Shepherd Catholic School for their performances. A special thank you to Santa and Mrs. Claus for visiting and handing out candy to the children. We look forward to an even bigger event next year. A meeting should be scheduled with the Building, Land, and Recreation Committee members to discuss if there'll be changes to any fees for 2025. And if I could add in there that I plan on sitting down with you, go over the budget, and then would talk
Sounds good.
about that too.
Yep.
Okay, thank you. End of my report.
Thank you. Code and Police, Mr. Stone.
Yes, thank you. As of Monday, December 2nd, bags have been placed on all parking meters within the borough. These will be in place until January 2nd, 2025. Street cleaning will continue throughout the winter, weather permitting. However, tickets have been suspended until approximately mid-March 2025. End of report.
Thank you. Fire and Health, Mrs. Allen.
Thank you. The fire department will be hosting their second breakfast on Sunday, December 8th, from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m., and Santa will also be in attendance. The fire department will be hosting their annual Santa Run on Saturday, December 14th, starting at 12 p.m. Gifts should be dropped off at the fire station on December 11th, 12th, and 13th between 6 and 8 p.m. Gifts should not exceed the size of a shoebox and must include the child's name, address, and parent's phone number. The health officer's report was included in our packet, and just some items I wanted to mention is an ongoing license renewal program and review of food employee certifications that are occurring. There was one license renewal during this time period. The Come and Eat Italian restaurant on Cherryville Road is undergoing construction at the site of the former Chinese restaurant. There is no schedule for the project completion as of yet. An on-site consultation was conducted at the newly opened smoke shop on Main Street. The facility has no food items for sale, and it will not be a regulated facility. Lastly, updating procedures were conducted on the food safety reporting system to bring all the borough facilities into compliance with the PA agriculture system. And a report.
Thank you. Public Works and Sewer, Mr. Glassick.
Thank you. A big shout out for all the members of the Public Works Department at this year's tree lighting event. We could not have done it without all of your efforts, and it looks absolutely great, so thank you for that. On Sunday, December 1st, the crew of our Public Works Department worked most of the day fixing a water main issue at the police station. The Public Works crew will be working even overnight on Tuesday, December 3rd to replace the sewer line on 2351 Main Street. End of report.
Well, thank you, Mr. Glassick. Moving on to reports from council members. I'll start with Mr. Knapp.
Got a very good review with the Christmas lighting ceremonies from the residents of the borough. And congratulations to you, Brian, and your wife on your newborn.
Thank you.
End of my report.
Thank you. Mr. Glassick?
Yeah, congratulations, Brian. I'm surprised to see you here, but you take any advantage you can get out to taking care of the baby and changing diapers. I'm sure you'll have your share. I want to thank Christy for coming out for the Cindy Miles Adaptive Fund. Again, this is for the 4th Street Playground. We're asking for everybody to support this through businesses. I know several council members are out there soliciting sponsorships and trying to raise money for this 4th Street Playground to really make a difference in our community. And she is a great organization. So if you get a chance to go on their online store, and support it and show that, I would be appreciative. Brian and Jerry and the entire Public Works, or the borough, I should say, from police to fire, I think it was a great job that you just did on the budget. I'd like to still have the overview, but it's definitely well needed, what we said. Support that 100%. We have to move forward, as we said. We have street repairs, we have equipment that we need, so you have my support 100%. So thank you again for the hard work that you've put in. And as Ms. Kutzler said, please, we need some volunteers for our fire police. You just seen one of our councilmen had to leave for a fire call, and he sits on council, and he still had to run for a fire police call. Anybody that's out there that would be interested in volunteering, please come forward and start, showing some support for our municipality here. We need some of those support in our community to continue to grow. That's the end of my report. Thank you, and have a great night.
Thank you, Mr. Glassick.
Yep.
Mr. Donahue?
Thank you. Brian, congratulations on the baby.
Thank you.
get as much sleep as you can. You're gonna need it. Both you gentlemen, good job on the budget. Tree lighting, I thought was pretty good this year. I think there's more people turned out there than on Main Street, even though there's some people online saying they were gonna boycott it. The grass and weed ordinance, are we changing that next year by any chance?
In terms of,
How we're gonna manage things, and instead of sending out letters all the time?
yes, that is something that I think we need to have a group sit down, and I know that you have a lot of information. I think that would be something that would be worth talking about
Okay,
soon.
instead of sending everybody reminder letters every 3 weeks?
Mhm.
Okay, thank you. And Jerry updated me on 107, 109 Walbach Avenue because I had a laundry list tonight, so I'll save that with pictures till next time.
Okay.
Thank you, Jerry, for the update.
Yep.
So, and that's the end of my report. Thank you.
Thank you. Mrs. Allen?
Thank you. Congratulations, Brian and
Thank
Mrs.
you.
Wasco.
Thank you.
You need a babysitter, you know where I live.
Oh, boy, she nice.
Can't say the price though.
Not wrong.
You're not gonna hear me say that.
Oh, but I know where you, I'll just drop her off.
As far as the Christmas tree lighting, it seems the show of people that were there outweigh the negativity that we've been hearing up until the lighting actually happened. And I personally think the tree looks beautiful, and I look forward to the future festivities there. Speaking of, if Public Works is willing to give that job up, I have 2 persons that approached me and would love to be included with the Christmas tree committee next year.
Absolutely.
So
That's great.
we can get that
was
together.
amazing. Thank you. Please tell them yes.
All right,
Well,
well,
At some point, we can exchange information and then we can get in touch.
very good, thank you.
Mhm.
And a report.
Thank you. Ms. Halden?
Congratulations, Brian. I'm sure you're gonna be so tired of hearing that.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
never.
She looks beautiful. Can't wait to meet her. I don't have anything other than just to reinforce, yes. Jason, if you'd like to touch base with me at some point to hear what your specific concerns are, to make sure that we can address it. I do know that whatever we look at and discuss will go to Stephanie then for kind of final approval and writing of it. But
Okay.
I know that there's been some real homework done by our code people to look at updating our code. So I'll work on that. And I'm not going to repeat what Mr. Glassick said, but yes, the Cindy Miles Foundation continues to move forward. We've been approaching some businesses and restaurants in town, and everybody seems very receptive, and hopefully next year we'll continue to grow our approach to the community. But take a look at the buy a brick in addition to the clothing. That it might be a cute little Christmas present to give to a family member, or even a child to have their name on a brick at that. So I think that's a great idea. Always seems to be a very popular idea. And that's it for me. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Mr. Stone?
Yes, thank you. Congratulations, Brian.
Thank
And the Wellsco family.
Getting bigger.
You only get about 10% credit.
Yeah, my wife did all the work.
Yes, absolutely. Anyway, congratulations. The tree lighting ceremony, I think, was very well attended. It went without a hitch. Well,
Literally.
maybe one hitch. With that being said, I hope Mr. and Mrs. Claus are doing okay. Anyway, yeah, it was very well attended. I actually see more traffic coming through that area. It's very well lit. It looks
Yeah.
beautiful. So, anyway, end of my report.
Can I jump on to say that I did have to tell my niece and nephew who did witness that and were traumatized by it. My attorney will be in touch. That we planned that. It was just a
was.
little thing to see
Yeah.
if Santa was sleeping in the sleigh to wake him up
Yeah.
a little bit. They bought it hook, line, and sinker. We're all saved.
And he needed the exercise.
He walked. He was a trooper. He jumped right on up. He walked on over. We can't complain. It was a great night. Cold, but a good cold.
Thank you. Mayor?
Thank you. Brian, you against 3 women in the House. I don't know if congratulations or good luck is more appropriate, but I've
Be
seen
careful.
you be a dad to your daughter and a great husband to your wife, so I know you're a fantastic family man, and this will just enhance that whole experience for you. So God bless, and wish you all the best.
Thank you.
through a hailstorm of criticism for the tree move, the Sunday night, which, as you knew, would be the coldest night of the year to date, was an overextension of anything we probably saw coming for that. Now, I know we have a new Christmas coordinator position here in Borough Hall. Miss Megan was a key point in making the lawn decorations and the setup as it was, along with Brian, Jerry, and the staff. Public Works, unfortunately, had to get out there during the coldest weather, but the way the community came together and the responses I've heard since then have been really heartwarming and really assuring that we have yet another key community event that will be known for a long time, and we can build on from there. A good part of my Northampton Press News article this week was about the moving of the tree to the location, to just get people educated as to why it was done and to where we're going with it, as we've talked about here in these meetings. But it does bring a real winter wonderland feeling to the town, something to look forward to, and if even half the plans come together that our current borough manager, assistant, and all the staff have, it's going to be a tremendous event for years to come. The only thing I've heard in most comments was people would still like to see a tree of any size at the triangle as they drive by. So they've really tempered the attitude toward the move. People are now driving by, as was mentioned, and it's just another key point to the building a better Northampton and having this town come out for the events that this borough and this council put together with the help of our Public Works and our borough manager and assistant. So it's a really good time for Northampton. I know there was a lot of smiles on the faces of everybody that participated in building that event. And it's great to see, and onward and upward we go. So thank you again, and I'm really looking forward to next year. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Attorney Stewart.
Yes, thank you. Congratulations to the Wellsco family.
Thank you.
On your newest edition, and I must say I was a little bit dismayed that I was not able to get to the tree lighting ceremony. I travel out of town, out of state for Thanksgiving and make weekend out of it, and we got caught up in some traffic and I was not able to attend, but I did see the mayor's social media and some beautiful pictures. It looks like it was a lovely event, and hopefully I can make it next year. I also wanted to mention that Mr. Knobloch and I have had some conversations about code enforcement and making some changes to our procedure. We've done some initial legwork in that regard, so we'll be able to tackle that fairly easily when you're ready to do so. So, end of report.
Well, thank you. Mace?
All right, I'll just make my brief. Congratulations, Brian.
Thank you.
I also just want to say the tree lighting ceremony this year was great. It really brought out a good crowd, and look forward to seeing how it's going to be built upon in these following years. And just lastly, thank you to Public Works for helping setting it up.
That's it? That's all? Thank you. Moving on to announcements.
Okay.
Number one.
Yeah, first, like everyone else, congratulations, Brian. It's
Thank you.
sending your family.
Yeah.
I'm sure everything's gonna go great. As long as you're out, we got it held down here in the office. We got a good group here too, and we're looking forward to coming back. But congratulations. The tree lighting did go great. I felt tree looks great. The night was cold, but it was good. I liked your pun with the hitch. That was very good. Shout out to the Public Works guys too for this past week. They've Sunday, like you said, like Mr. Glass had his report about the water line break at the building coming in. I stopped out. That was on Sunday night or Saturday night to see it, and there was a good amount of water coming in. They came out Sunday and had it fixed up so we can reopen the building first thing Monday morning here. And then that was all with the plan for Tuesday night, working overnight with them on Main Street to repair a sewer line. And they were out from 7 o'clock at night till 7 o'clock in the morning the very next day. They had it open up just in time for traffic to go through. And I stopped out there too to see, and everything was going pretty good until it got too cold for me, and I headed out. They stayed there, they finished everything up.
Wait, times changed.
Yeah. Well, I didn't have my jacket on, I like my
Excuses.
or I wasn't in the back to have the heat on. No, but yeah, that's pretty much all I have, I think.
I have one other note. I don't know if we talked about it, but the electronic event that we had
Yes.
also went very well. And
Yes.
I wanted to
It did.
thank everybody that we supported. Brian, Jerry, and a lot of the public works were there also, and we were surprisingly, I think we had 65 or 70 cars come through. So I that missed the report, but it was a nice event.
Yeah, it was quite well attended.
Thanks.
Even in the cold, the other coldest day.
That was
of
a
the
cold day, it was
Yeah, it
windy
was cold,
too.
yeah.
year. Yeah, 2 weeks in a row.
Someone brought some good coffee though.
Mr. Wellsco.
All right, yeah, I can't say enough about the tree lighting and public works. Like Jerry said, working tirelessly that morning, and then some of those same people coming out to continue to work and work the tree lighting, and then go out again on Tuesday night to work, and also coming in that morning so they can get their 8 hours that day. Some of them people were still working during the tree lighting on the water break, and then when they were finished, they came over to watch the tree lighting. So their dedication to this, to all of them for weeks planning with this, with Megan, with Rich, Andrew Marsden, Joey Weber building the sled. Every single person, Colin, Josh, and I'm gonna forget a name and I apologize. But literally every single person was committed to this and excited about it. And I'm really grateful. And I know everyone that is part of the borough is as well. So I cannot extend thanks enough. And I know next year we're gonna have to start planning early. So anyone that's interested in being part of that planning committee, we're probably gonna start early. Yeah, we're gonna start early in the spring. So that way we can have a whole map and everything laid out for next year. Yes, anyone for the next, so I will be out of the office until Tuesday, that's when I'll probably be back. But anytime after that, if anyone has any questions, want to set up a meeting, I know Judy and Ron, you mentioned about the budget. I would absolutely welcome that and love to. If we'd be welcome to talk after this, if you want to put something in writing in terms of it. Anyone else, if you want to come with them or separately, I would love to have the conversation, talk about it, the things that changed, things that didn't change, why certain money was given in certain different ways. And I know I updated you in the email I sent earlier in the week, but yes, one of the big ones, the original plan was to be only 1 mil, but with that $90,000 when I ran the math on the street lighting alone is what kind of propelled that, because that essentially was almost a $500,000 just for that alone, with that price increase. So if you have any questions about why or where things are going and why, like I said, things were cut or added or stayed the same, I would love to have a conversation, even if you want to do it for 8 hours straight, I'm happy to do it. And then yes, we probably should have a meeting about parks fees if anything wants to go up. So anyone that, if we want to schedule something like that tonight for whether it be pool, rec, a lot of them already have had increases recently, but maybe some things regarding the swimming pool would be good just to go over, because there are some expenses for that were in the budget for next year that I've tried to map out as easily readable as possible. And then also to have a meeting about the code enforcement, updating that to hopefully, probably soon for that, so that way if we do want to implement that for the new year, probably maybe to have that, if we want to get something like that, it would have to be done quick to get it on the agenda for 2 weeks. But that would pretty much be our last chance before the new year. And last but not least, I want to give a big shout out to my wife. It was a long early part of the week and still is, but she did an amazing job and I could not be more proud to be her husband. So a big thank you to her. And thank you all for the support. I really appreciated the kind words and the emails and the text messages from everyone. So thank you. But like I said, I will be back in on Tuesday, but I will be checking my emails and my phone. So if anyone has any questions, I am still reachable.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay. Our next thing is an approval for the bills. To have a motion to pay the bills.
Make a motion to pay them.
Okay. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay. Any questions?
No, I don't have them.
Hey, why don't you have them?
I don't know, I was way behind on a bunch of stuff. I'm not gonna do it now, so I have no
If
questions.
you have any, you can email it to me.
Yeah, I will.
That's why it's cold outside.
Well, Judy has questions.
Judy has a
Yeah.
question. Good, go ahead.
How would you like me to do it? It's page, this is too small for my tired old eyes, you realize
That's
that,
okay.
right? Integra One,
That is the police department.
okay,
There is their IT company.
okay.
Yeah.
I thought
Wait.
off.
Well, when,
Dinko was
when,
our IT
when Brian
company.
can, or if he's not in, then they come in. It's very rare.
Was he taken off on a Friday again or something? Okay.
Ask them all.
It's integral care of Chief Dingle.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
How about Motorola Solutions for 6,000?
That is a part of the police department.
Department, yeah.
Yeah, it's some cars that are getting worked on. I think that's from the grant.
It
grant.
says license and support fees, that's what,
camera system that is covered by the camera grant.
Yes, it was all grant.
so it's actually gonna be reimbursed? Well,
Yes.
thank you very much for that, because that's a, I mean, okay. Sorry, there was one more.
Good.
Railroad Management Company.
I had it right on it. I knew it was coming. That is with Norfolk Southern.
I
for-
figured, but,
For the property that we have at the Siegfried Station, and then we do have a pipe that flows onto there for the other one. So there's two separate ones.
okay.
So that's it's gone up very minimally in the year, every year we do the contract, but yeah.
Okay, and I did kind of want to, we paid quite a hefty waste management bill, but, are we in process of negotiating a new contract with waste
Next year.
management?
With me,
I thought that was coming
It
due.
would have to be advertised.
yeah, it would have to
Oh,
be
see, next
advertised for, yeah.
Okay, so it's, so we have a little bit of time
Right,
on that one.
and it's, you're talking about the total, like the 12,000 total, 357.
$12,357,
Yeah, I mean, it has been a lot better because there has been a lot of rain. When we talked at our,
No, I was gonna say.
We
Because
talked
what
to-
you're referring to is the sewer plant.
This is
Yes.
That's not
this is
part of
sludge
the
hauling.
contract.
Right,
for it.
that
So
is-
I
that's
actually mixed up
sludge,
the two, so
yeah.
that's
Yeah,
sludge.
That's not
Okay,
garbage.
so that's
no,
not the garbage bill.
yes, no, I'm sorry, yes, that's different, that's through, that'll be sent out probably September of next year.
So
the fall.
garbage is for the next,
Yes.
is for
Yeah,
20,
garbage is Republic right
26.
now,
Yes.
but it might not, yeah. It's through 25, start again in January 1st of 26.
26, okay, and so yes,
Yeah, so
the sludge is down because
This is
of-
sludges down because the rain is, in our last talk at our last staff meeting, Steve Urban was there, and he was saying that if it doesn't rain as much as it has been, he goes, we never need to upgrade the plant. But that's
Well,
because we were in a drought,
I think
so.
it's gonna rain again
Yeah.
one of these days.
Now, we haven't talked to him since it started
The
raining yet,
rainmakers are talking about it.
but he was saying it was basically 50% capacity.
Well,
It
and
was great, but.
I wanted to comment that, we paid a few sewer bills with the pumping station, the start of the Stewart Street pumping
Yep.
station. And, again, I know that, we're to be commended, whether it be Leroy's planning and now yours and Jerry's, that we're meeting those bills. But I continue to harp, for lack of a better word, that those bills are gonna continue to come because we're doing this 5 to, plus year upgrade. And, again, another reason to plan in terms of budget for the costs of that are coming. But, yeah, it's nice to see that we are paying them as we go along, and we've had some big projects. But I then will also ask, at some point, again, in the coming year, that we do meet with, some of our engineering company to give us an update. And again, it may be that they don't necessarily have to come here, but at least give us some more timeline, some more definition to what is going to be happening. I know we're doing it kind of in increments, but, still to kind of have that timeline would be very, helpful, I believe. But thank you, those are my questions.
Ms. Haldeman, you officially have the torch now of asking
No,
questions. That was so in-depth, so very good. I pass that over
Well,
to you.
it's, the police department, we're
You-
just trying to.
You even used the word sludge in there, so that was good. You even
Was
covered
I
with the word
channeling your
sludge.
question
You
there?
got it, you got it.
Me and sludge, we all know, yeah. Thank you.
Any other questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Mr. Hall, since you were out, do you have any comments for under?
I really don't, other it was probably kicked, other than I think the Christmas tree lighting went well, despite the surprise entrance, but other than that, we made that, part of it, I guess. But no, I think everything went well, and hopefully we can grow and work on it for next year. The sizable group, so, and, I think that's all I have for now.
Everybody okay in there?
Everything's okay, yeah, no cleanup, nobody hurt. Cars are off the side, police can take care of it. See ya out of there.
Was the location easier for you?
What's that?
Was that location easier? For,
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. We just had to, a couple little kinks that I think we worked out with as we were gonna go. We all noted that for next year we could do this, next year we could do that, but I think it's definitely easier and safer. I mean, you have all these in today's world.
Mhm.
You know, every event I go to, whether it's during the summer and it's down in Allentown or whatever, they park backhoes and trucks, the dump trucks at the beginning and end of all those events. And, you know, you can never tell what's gonna happen in today's world. I mean, we live in a safe borough and neighborhood, but as you can see, some of these events that happen, can happen anywhere. Not that something like that would happen, but just having people out in the street there like that, my guys in particular or whatever, you know, it could happen at any scene.
Mhm.
Let alone that where we're closing down a road that comes up and all of a sudden, boom, they stop. People are busy looking at lights, they're busy looking at things, and they aren't paying attention. So,
Thank you.
no, I think that will work. Hopefully we can grow on it for next year and make it bigger and better.
Thank you.
And a report, thank you.
Thank you. Motion to adjourn.
I'll do that.
Just in
By
time.
Mr. Hall, to have a second.
Second.
By Mr. Donahue.
That's all you need. You don't have to go,
I don't have to go any further?
any further.
Why?
Robert's Rules of Orders.
Oh, really? So we have a second, and Judy don't have to vote on it, right? Okay.
First and second.
But Trevor wanted to vote.
Go Trevor. You wanted to oppose, huh?
Thank you.
Yeah,